we have ordered, or I have ordered, the new Rhodan. I guess it's not that new, but the Rhodan HD Plus 84-inch, 120-pound, 36-volt offshore trolling motor. Now the motor in this video is going on a 261 Mako we've refurbished, and also a refurbished 254 Mako. These boats are only fished offshore. So from what we watched on the market the last 5 years, I think Rhodan was the best choice because of the shaft length and the technology that's involved with this motor. Even though there's some negative reviews and some ongoing issues with a bronze to plastic gear in the drive and a couple of different things, we took a shot at it anyway. Went ahead and bought it. So I'm showing what it comes with here, and it comes with a couple of good things. There's a couple of things you're gonna have to buy too, but these are things that I bought extra here. It's the Rhodan has just a regular circuit breaker. Looks like a Blue Sea brand maybe. If not, it's just like it. Comes with what they call a battery tender, and it's their trolling motor plug. It's a very interesting plug. There's a lot to that plug that goes on, and I didn't know, just plug it in connection. I mean, you'd have to see one to understand it. We'll probably do a excuse me, we'll probably do an unbagging on that later and show you how that thing comes apart. Now this is stuff in this bigger box that you'll get with the motor. Those two accessories just shown, the circuit breaker and the plug, were separate. This stuff comes with, of course, you got a wheel that comes with it, just a standard, trolling motor prop. And then that is a vibration stabilizer stanchion, and a rubber grommet, giant rubber grommet bolts onto the trolling motor shaft up top, and you lay that down into that stanchion on your gunnel so it doesn't beat around like you see other brands bouncing when they go across the ocean or across the bay. Other brands, you'll see the head just bouncing and almost hitting the gunnel. Sometimes it is hitting the gunnel. That stanchion stops that. That's obviously the remote that comes with it. It has every function that you need. And again, the stuff in the bigger box is included and is shipped underneath the shaft. We thought we'd show y'all is this plug. Again, like I showed you, this is their plug. And we'll show you how this contraption goes together. There's some time and thought going into how this works. Hang on a second, I'll show you. Got these cables. There's the ends. The bag. That's your cable ends coming from the housing. Okay, those go there. Then that sucker unscrews, and that's the plug in. So that's a pretty cool little deal. And then it's on the back, in it, on this side. This is where that's where your terminals mount, right there. So this would be facing you on your gunnel wall or the deck, wherever you put it, up on your top deck. And then that sucker just plugs in there and screws in and locks. Done. Pretty neat little contraption. And then that's where your cables would go, up in there. Pretty nice. So that's pretty cool. And also, let's show this thing here is the ram stabilizer. You put that up on your gunnel or wherever your trolling motor's going to ride, and that thing will go into a lot of different positions as well. We'll unbox that. We'll unbag it real quick. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That thing will go into any kind of position you want. Keep it from beating the hell out of the boat, or the motor itself, actually, more than anything matters. I don't care about the boat too much compared to what this thing is. Yeah, that's nice. Any position you want, it'll go. So all that stuff included. Okay, make note that the plug itself, that was additional. I think it was 50 or 60 or 70, something like 70 bucks maybe, I think. Can't remember exactly. And then what else was it that I had to buy? The circuit breaker.
Over here.
Yeah, that was the only two things. Everything else came with it. The stabilizer came with it. All the hardware that came with it. There's the circuit breaker again. I had to buy that, and I had to buy that switch. Everything else, pretty much self-explanatory, came with it. You want to open this box with the Rhodan sticker, which we didn't show, but there's a huge Rhodan sticker on top of that box lid. You want that facing up towards you, or you'll open the motor upside down. Obviously, that's fairly common sense matters there, but just wanted to let you know that's what you do. And then inside this, a little bit hard to get open, but I was starting to wonder if this thing had a puck with it, because I wasn't seeing it, and I was hoping that it was on this base, and turns out that it was, but you just really never know. But the people at Rhodan, I gave them a call before we ordered this motor to make sure that this was the motor I needed. She did not mention what came with the motor exactly, but I needed to know what else did it have, or what else does it need that it doesn't come with, is what I asked the very, very nice lady that answered the phone. So she told me, she suggested a few things, and I chose from the list she gave me of what I think I would need. So you've got 8-gauge wire coming off the motor, or excuse me, off the base and the drive there. That's 8-gauge wire. It looks to be about, I don't know, it's probably 6 feet long, I guess. Maybe it may be a little longer than that. And looks like the same is wrapped coming from the trolling motor head down to the drive. Not what you'd expect, I guess. I'm just glad that this was in it, because that would have been a problem. Alright. I guess the next step that we'll show is putting it on one of these boats. Let's get to it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Set your depth.
Yeah, so if it's rough, I mean, I want it to get as much bite as it can.
Yeah.
So we'll probably just fish it right in there all the time.
Yeah. And
So
then
it
when
can
you
get as much bite as possible.
and then see like this, Blake,
Australian Shepherds shall bark.
look, you slide that down, and
We'll
that.
note too.
No.
We'll note too the line X on this sucker. It's not just one coat. I mean, that's,
Hey,
yeah,
lock.
durable stuff, man. Out the door we go with it. We're gonna film the whole venture, because it could turn into that. There's my dog chasing the UPS guy. There we go. Here. Let's go. Good girl. And we're going to use it on both of these boats. We're going to make an interchangeable system. That's what we're going to do on this thing. Ooh, man, that thing's long. You can see in the little Minn Kotas around the dock on these bay boats, man. This thing, I'm telling you guys, probably guys watching this already know how big this thing is, but it is gigantically long. Yeah, it's going to go great on this 254, man. A little bit harder to mount on this 261 Mako. On this 254, it'll be, man, I can't wait to use it. We've got stuff scattered everywhere in here, man. Trying to get ready for this thing to come in. Is that where we're going to be with it? That's where she'll lay. So to stabilize, we can get the stabilizer under it, so it'll be like that. It's not going to cross our bow much at all as far as space on the inside. That's going to work out good.
Made in the USA. Right there.
Yes, sir.
That is nice.
Wow.
This thing's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, can't wait to use it. Alright, next we're going to get our starboard out and get this thing flushed out and mounted right. get the lip hangover just right, because we got Mako has a outward trim on the top cap here. It kind of runs a little outward, and then we have a giant black rubber rail to deal with. So we want to make sure that motor's hanging straight down. So we're going to have an offset puck mounted outside of those edges so it sits right. So we're going to get to work on that next. We shall return.